hey Armwrestlers, are you ready for one of my dream matchups? So I'm sorry for all your dream matchups. This is one of mine, Krasimir Kostadinov versus Todd Hutchings. It will happen on July 6th on East vs. West 13. Link is in the description for the pay-per-view, as well as the first comment. So this match has been on the mind of any arm wrestling fan for a decade, or maybe even longer. Krasimir Kostadinov at one point was considered the best at 110 kilos. His ability to pull inside and a hook is pretty much legendary, right? If there's going to be inductees in Hook Hall of Fame, both of these guys are going, and this is why I like this match, because finally we might see who is stronger in another fast match. We already saw, like back in PL, I don't remember which year it was, 2018 or maybe, Rustam Abayo pulled Todd Hutchings, and it was very not how any of us wanted to see. It was fast pins from Rustam. It was over like this. Todd didn't even get to engage. We didn't see a battle that we want. I think Krasi has the speed. Krasi has great endurance, but most likely Todd will stop him, and you will stop him on the inside. If there's a possibility that Krasimir will try to top roll, I don't see Todd Hutchings trying to top roll, but I think Todd is very good and much better in recent years on stopping and getting the match where he wants to go. This will definitely be an inside war. So what I have seen previously, it's why I think this is such a fascinating match, because like there's not a lot of overlaps between these guys, but there's enough for me to kind of make it very interesting. I'm using armwrestlingfornerds.com. Shout out to them. Great site. Puts all the information. You can find a link in the description and see some matches that both guys have pulled. We see that both of them have beaten John. Recently Krasimir. Last year it was Todd Hutchings. And Krasimir lost to Irakli while Todd Hutchings beat Irakli. Todd Hutchings lost to Dadikian and also to Prudnik, and that kind of tells the story. So well, I think this is such an interesting match. Todd is very great at dealing with the top rollers, and he has said himself, if you're top rolling, that's who he wants to fight. If you're pulling in a hook and you have a strong hand like Dadikian and Prudnik had, that causes problems. This is why I see it might be bigger war than I'm expecting to be, because Krasimir is very good on the inside, and he still has his engagement, how he goes into the match is very weird. You saw it with Lachlan Adair. Also, both of them pulled Lachlan Adair. Again, Krasimir more recently, but Todd was way more dominant in that match than Krasi was. And Krasi, like on East vs. West and King of Table stages, have lost only to top rollers like Arif Ertem, Matt Mask, and Irakli, right? Guys that pull inside like Lachlan, and those are his bread and butter. We have seen he struggles with a great top roller. So that threat from Todd is not there. So I think that kind of takes it away and makes it more even match. For me, right now, just from the opponents they have pulled previously and how they have done, I see Todd as a favorite. Not too big, but let's say good 65%, right? That's how I see it. They both pulled Jordan Tsonev. With Todd Hutchings, Todd wasn't even close. With Krasi, I think it's a war almost every time they pull. But Krasi, he's always in the shape, and I think for him right now, just adjusting to his new arm, and what I mean by new arm, Krasi has, like, his range of motion is like this. He cannot come closer. And if you go to any arm wrestling practice, talk with anyone who pulls on inside, they say, you need to get as close and tight as possible. That's a huge advantage if you can get tight and close to your arm. If you have to be very far away, you get more open up. Your arm takes, like, you just have to put on a lot more power to do those things that you want to do on the table. So I think that kind of creates it a big disadvantage for him. But I think he has pulled enough right now that he adjusted his style of pulling. He adjusted everything to help with this new range of motion that he has. Todd Hutchings, most previously we saw him fight versus David Dedikian. And I think he was set to face Kirigali Ongabaya for a rematch. That didn't happen. 105 kilo class is probably the most competitive class we have right now. There's so many guys, especially there's a lot of guys that can go up and come down from 115, go up from 95. We already saw on King of Table 3 weeks ago, Lachlan Adair pulling versus Paul Lind. Paul Lind, absolutely amazing there. So for me, this match is one of the matches we wanted to see forever. Like, who is stronger in a hook? Most likely we will figure it out. We will see it. I just would love if there would be 100% like hook engagement, like just jumps in a hook. Todd Hutchings, I don't remember what was the weight class, but he pulled versus Haji Muradzaluyev, and Haji kind of top rolled him. He went with a heavy side pressure and strong hand and went over him and didn't even get the straps and things like that. And that was kind of beginning. It was East versus West #1. So that's how far it was. Right now, this matchup is absolutely insane. For me, it's from this event, it's in top 5 just for the interest. I always wanted to see, and I don't think any of the guys are getting worse. I think if anything, they're getting better or improving in some areas they did not improve before. I was thinking, so the speed, like, let's talk like this. So speed goes to Krasimir. I think that's obvious, right? Technique is equal because both of them know exactly how to pull with the styles they pull. I think there's no chaos around. It might look sometimes chaotic, but they have a very good understanding what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses. Power or strength goes to Todd Hutchings. If Krasi just goes through him, I will be very surprised, and I really don't see that happening. Maybe I'll surprise. Yeah, what else? Endurance. I think both of them have great endurance, and depends on positions they end up. We have seen Krasi in some incredible wars. We have seen Todd Hutchings in some incredible wars. Yeah, for me, very equal match in some ways, but from the previous wins and losses, I say Todd Hutchings should be the favorite in almost everyone's book. But Krasi always shows up. He's there to fight, and I think we will see a hook war that we wanted to see for forever. And whoever comes on top of that match is the better arm wrestler in right now. So very, very excited for that. Like, it's for me, like, as soon as I saw this, I texted Engin. I said, finally, because we've been talking about it and we've been dreaming about it forever. So it's nice that it's finally coming to us and we'll finally see this match. Yeah, so that's my take on Krasimir Kostadinov versus Todd Hutchings. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Again, all the information is in description, in first comment. Stay strong, love arm wrestling. I'll see you at East versus West 13.